So I'm a huge fan of using paid music marketing strategies like Facebook ads to promote my own music. But before I get into figuring out my content strategy and branding, my own ads were much more expensive and they weren't getting me the results that I wanted. And some of you might be experiencing that too, where you're doing the exact things I'm doing to get great results, but you're not getting the same results. And there's a few reasons why that might be the case. And I think I have the perfect person that might be able to help me out with this. So, one sec.
Talk to me.
Broski, can you help me with a video?
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, man? Yeah, what do you got in mind?
So I'm making this video on things that artists should get squared away before they invest in paid music marketing strategies, and I thought you'd be the perfect person to walk them through that.
Yeah, I got you. Why is it so blue in here? What's going on, guys? Adam Ivy, sellmusic.com, here to help you go further, faster in your music career by sharing proven marketing techniques and strategies to help transform that passion for making music and turn it into a legitimate business that's going to provide you with freedom and fulfillment, two of the most important things in life in general. Now, first and foremost, I want to thank Andrew for inviting me to collab on his channel. So, hello, everyone, and thank you for having me. Now, this is a topic that I'm super passionate about as far as paid advertisement versus organic growth, and so I'm really glad I could share this with you. Now, I broke it down to my top 7 things that you should be prepared with before jumping into paid ads. So let's jump into it. All right, so to start, regardless of if we're just trying to grow organically or you think you're at a point where you're ready to invest in paid ad campaigns, you need to understand who your target audience is. So many people are out there blind, just clicking on that promoted button, clicking on that boosted button, having agencies run ads for them, and they have no idea who they're trying to reach with their message, with their offer, right? It can go for demographics as far as age, sex, location, all the way down to interests, what they're into, what other bands or acts they might be interested in or fans of already. But knowing who those custom avatars are or those custom listener archetypes are is absolutely going to save you time, money, resources, regardless of if we're trying to grow organically or if we're dumping money into paid ads. Knowing where that traffic is and so you could step in front of it is going to be a game changer for you. All right, so the second thing that I highly recommend that you have in order before even considering paid advertisements is having enough product and or content at the destination before delivery. Now, what do I mean by that? So many times people are hitting that promo button, that boosted button, running paid ad campaigns and delivering people to not much of anything. They're delivering people to a shallow puddle when in reality, we really want to deliver people to a river of content, a river of different things that they can connect with us with. Because if you're sending people to a store in the mall and it only has 2 things on the shelf, they're not going to stay that long. So if we're running paid advertisements, wanting to get some type of ROI, whether it's fan base growth, whether it's revenue from a business or streams or whatnot, we need enough to keep them there. Imagine finding a new artist that you're absolutely in love with and then not being able to find anything else about them aside from maybe one single or a playlist. We really want to be able to kick them into an ecosystem when we're running ads. All right, so the third thing that we really need to grasp onto before ever running ads is understanding how to grow organically through our content, our messaging, and our engagement. This is something that a lot of ad agencies would be very annoyed with me for telling you because they want to be predatory on people that don't understand the importance of the 3 in sync. Now, if our content is something that's engaging, something that really resonates with that target audience that we spoke about in step 1 or the first rule, then our content marketing is going to be much more powerful. Our organic growth is going to be through the roof, and our engagement mixed with our messaging is what's really going to push someone to take action. It's that CTA, that call to action. If we can grow organically and understand the messaging and the delivery system that our audience resonates with the most, then our cost per clicks are going to be lower, our cost per actions are going to be lower, we're going to have a much higher rate of return, and we're going to be able to scale it much quicker when it comes to that ROI. All right, so number 4 is something that I struggled with early on, and I hope by bringing it up in this video, you guys can avoid some of the same mistakes that I made early on, like 15 years ago. And that's understanding your budgeting for ad spend longevity. Are you going to be investing X amount weekly, monthly, quarterly? What does that look like? How does that break down? What return would you need in order for it to be a positive campaign? It doesn't have to be an ROI as far as financially, but it has to be some type of action, some type of growth in one way, shape, or form, even if it's brand awareness. But what I'm getting at is so many times we'll have an extra $100 or $10 here, whatever, and we just blow it. And it's like, okay, we're out of money now. Instead, could we break that down into having something comfortable weekly or monthly or quarterly, like I had mentioned? So really looking at your numbers and saying, like, I'm okay with spending this, and I need to be able to do it consistently, because if you are receiving a positive ROI, return on investment, like I mentioned, you want to keep it going. You don't want to just have a great month or a great week or a great whatever and then run out of money and you're not paying anymore, and all of a sudden your growth just tanks. That's one thing you have to understand before jumping into paid advertising, is everything's going to change once you get into it, especially if you're doing it right. Now, number 5 really piggybacks on number 4, and it's something that I think should be common sense. However, it's not. And that's not having a clear and concise goal for what your ad is for. So many people are pressing boost and promote over on Instagram, and they're running Facebook ads because they watched a couple of YouTube tutorials, and they have no idea what they want the result to be or the outcome to be from those ads. Is it a brand awareness campaign? Do you want people to click on a link? Is it a pre-save campaign over on Spotify? What's the goal? Because if we don't have a goal, we don't have something to track. And if you don't have anything to track, you're never going to be good with ads. All right, so with that being said, number 6 is learning to love testing content and really understanding how to read your analytics and metrics in depth before ever spending a dollar on ads. Now, we can test content very easily, very rapidly, especially organically on all different platforms. You can test photos, you could test words, you could test video, what have you, on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and you get the picture. Now, if we're understanding how to change and tweak messaging, kind of seeing what happens there, do some A/B testing on a carousel post versus a video versus a single post, versus your messaging with a call to action distinct or a call to action passive. We can go in and really look at what times and dates our posts are resonating the most with our audience to really get a grasp of what's hitting. Therefore, like I said before, your ad spend is going to be much lower for a higher result. So always understand that testing, no matter what you're doing in the advertising and marketing field, testing is going to be an absolute game changer for you. It's really going to take you to the next level. Also, reading those metrics and analytics are going to help you deep dive and really understand what everything's made of as far as like an engineering or a microscopic level, where people are coming from, when things are most popular, the messaging, the call to action. Are people taking action? Are people engaging? Being able to read this thing like you're looking at a roadmap is going to do just that. It's going to deliver you to positive results. And that's what we want to do with paid advertising. So being able to do it organically is just going to be the fast track to success. All right, so number 7 is going to be a little bit uncomfortable for some of you guys, and that's why I held it to the end, and it's because it has to do with money and losing some money. See, when we get into paid advertising, 99% chance that you're going to lose money. You're not going to have a positive return. You're not going to be happy with the result. And that's why paid marketing and paid advertising really separates the men from the boys or the pros from the amateurs. Because you have to go in with the excitement that, hey, I'm going to learn something here. Hey, I'm going to dump this in. I'm going to see if it works. And it's just like playing the lottery. That's why it's so important to understand how to do it organically before we're putting any fuel on the fire, before we're jumping in, before we're ready. Having that money disposable, really, is what you need. If you spend $20 and not having a result is going to get you very upset, you're going to feel like you got scammed, or you're going to feel like you're a failure, then it's probably not time for you to jump into paid ads. I know that Andrew and I have dumped a lot of money into ads over the years. There's times where an ad campaign takes off kind of unexpectedly and we spend very little for an incredible result. There's times where we spend a lot of money thinking the result's going to be incredible and it's crickets. Nothing happened. Maybe it was a technological issue. Maybe something wasn't hitting. Maybe a link was broken. Or maybe our messaging was this lazy and it kind of sucked. But you have to be okay with the experimental side of things of saying, hey, I'm going to invest this money regardless of what the return is going to be. I need to be okay with it. Because I've seen people dump money into ads and it works. And so they dump all their money into ads. And then all of a sudden it hits a plateau and they don't get the result that they once experienced. Next thing you know, you're broke. So never spend more than you're comfortable losing, just like going and buying a lottery ticket or gambling. Don't bet the farm on your first few ad campaigns at least, and you're going to be okay. Just go into it conservative, and then from there understand what's working, what's not working, and then slowly but surely scale up your ads. Oh, and one more thing before you go, real quick. Got to say thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being acceptant of me over on Andrew's channel. Andrew, thank you for the collab one more time. I'll let him take you out of this video. It's not my channel.
All right, so I hope you get a ton of awesome value out of that video. If you want to check out more of my music marketing content, you can check out this playlist right here. And if for some reason you haven't checked out Adam's channel before, you can click this button right here to head over to his channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.